The online information business, web hosting basics. How much do you want your web host to do for you, and what is your budget? These and other questions are the ones that you should be asking, but if you don't know what you need, you won't know which questions you should be asking. This article is intended to raise some of the aspects for consideration and provide a little guidance and a helping hand in the right direction. Some readers might feel they ought to be thinking in terms of creating their own web hosting company and that they can then rent it out to other webmasters. I could suggest that you start your web hosting company, but for the moment, unless you are conversant in this area, fully conversant, I would caution against it because of the colossal competition and your chances of gaining traction in a super competitive marketplace. I think it's far better that you focus on building your online information business first. For the level of business building we're considering in the early stages of this niche, it is probably worth noting that you do not need to look much further than a couple of web hosts I'll be noting later on. Between the two of them, they are well versed in the market that you and I are in, the market that is providing channels of help to those in the bespoke area of internet marketing. Web hosting companies like these will automatically take care of all the backup needs you're likely to want. Primarily, you need to look at billing and linking with PayPal, user and password, user platform, cPanel is the most common one, FTP or file transfer protocol, and legal issues. Here's the thing, the overwhelming majority of people simply don't read legalities or internalising because they're A, too lazy, B, can't be bothered, C, they don't want to, or D, don't know how to. It's tedious to follow through with something that amounts to pages and pages of legal verbose. It's not the easiest stuff in the world, and I'm no legal expert. I cannot nor will not advise you one way or the other. It's up to you. One thing I will say is that every company offering hosting or similar services will be covering themselves in much the same way. It's a sad but common fact these days that there is no way to avoid the issues of what is now a world run by lawyers. Back to the point. I would certainly opt for a host based on someone else's recommendation, particularly if it's someone who runs a business in the same niche as you do, or in other words, has a similar business model. Be very wary of free offers because there's a chance you might end up not owning what you upload, so be careful to read the small print and terms and conditions. I started years ago with one-on-one, but then moved to HostGator.com simply because I better understood their platform. I followed the advice of a mentor I had years ago and have never looked back. HostGator is also very familiar with the way bespoke online businesses work too.